Here's our snow, you guys. Got about a foot of snow out there on top of the carports. Got an equal amount of snow out there on all the cars. I've been watching cars all morning, and the ones who can get out have a four-wheel drive, and those of us with cute little fuel-efficient cars cannot get out of the parking lot. The plow guy has not come by yet. There's my little blue car, right there, mostly buried in the snow. I started her up last night because I've been away, as you guys know. Make sure she could go. She can. It's cold. I got snow that's billowed up here onto my driveway. Not my driveway, onto my balcony. Shall I stick a foot in it, see how deep it really is? There you go. Compacted really good. That's part of the problem. Compacts really, really good.
Hi guys, happy holidays and welcome to 2017. I hope this year is going to be the year you get it all done. Me too, but probably not. But that's okay. It's just another day. Anyway, as you saw from the video I just inserted a minute ago, it snowed like crazy overnight. Like crazy, and I'm stuck at home. Can't go into work. Work's okay with it. I'm not. I need those $3. So, you're getting a video from me a little bit earlier than I had anticipated doing a video, because if I'm stuck at home, I may as well get you guys caught up. So, this past week we did Christmas, we did New Year's, we did all the things. I went to Arizona and visited my grandparents, and there was a wedding, and I saw all of my aunts and uncles on that side of the family. We had a really great time. So, you know, we'll just kind of insert stories as we go along, but let's start out with the progress report. Let's see. The day after Christmas, so the 26th, I got to stay at home and stitch, and I was supposed to be packing for our trip to Arizona, but I did, but it didn't take that long. So most of it was spent stitching, and I chose to work on the Celtic Christmas project. And I put in, let's see, there was a big hole over here last time you saw her. So all of this bright red came in. I put in all of this secondary red down here, all of this down here, and I filled in, there's a dark color that was empty here. I filled that in, I filled this in. So I just did a lot of work on the 26th and sat in my chair, watched silly shows on TV, stitched to my heart's content, and had a good time doing it. I think today, after I get this put together and edited and uploaded, I'll probably get back to her and spend a little more time working on Celtic Christmas. She's a big project, and I'm enjoying her a lot. The second project that I've worked quite a bit on has been Tell Me a Story, which is a little kit by RTO. So this is what it should look like when I get done with it. And here is where I am. As you can see, I have just about got Mr. Dragon done. Just have a couple colors to fill in right here on his foot. I'll do a little bit of his shadow and then move on to the princess. Now, since this is to be for one of my nieces, the niece has bright copper red hair. So I think I'm going to do a conversion to our princess and change her from a blonde to a redhead. And then, since I'm afraid that the reds in her hair will conflict a little bit with the pinks of her dress, I'm thinking about taking the colors in his wings, these greens and yellows and stuff, that I have left over from the previous kit, the Wonderful Walk kit, and converting her dress into these sort of greens. So she'll be a redhead with a green dress. Eventually. I've got a start on the conversion. The ladies from the Mirabilia conversion page had a basic conversion for red hair, so I've got that down. This kit actually calls for 4 colors for her hair, and that's 3, so I'm going to pull out my handy dandy trusty DMC color card of everything and look at that and you know, decide, it's kind of split it up. Use that as a starting point and then just move it around a little bit so that I've got 4 colors that I can choose from. Sorry, leaning over to put everything back in the bag. Anyway, so I've got 4 colors that I can choose from as I work on doing her hair. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Okay. So that is progress on Wonderful Walk. And then, while I was in Arizona, I only worked on one piece, and that was Pretty Little San Francisco, which you guys have not seen for a very, very long time. I took it off of my scroll frame when I started working on Celtic Christmas, and so it got booted. And so now it's been moved to a oh, lay flat, you guys. Anyway, it's been moved to the regular hoops that I like when I travel. And, woohoo, making a mess. Alright. Seriously, you guys, well, you guys know I'm always a mess. So here is where it is now. When you last saw it, I had pretty much everything above the Golden Gate Bridge done, plus down this side over here on the pagoda that's in Japantown. And so I pretty much started here, finished up the bridge, finished up part of the ferry building, and have worked my way over this way, kind of, you know, this band of stuff over that way. So that was a lot of stitching, and I really enjoyed it. I'd say, okay, I want to do, you know, maybe like these stripes of the hill, and I'd go race you down the hill. And then I did the little houses, one house at a time. So that it was a lot of fun. I was thinking about working on this one this afternoon, since I'm stuck at home, can't get to work. But like I just said, maybe it'll be Celtic Noel or Celtic Christmas, because she's calling my name too. She's so pretty. I want to work on her. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. Alright, let me tuck this back away into its bag. Oh. Okay. So that is everything for the progress report. Put this aside. And my white cardboard, don't need that anymore. Okay. So that means it's time for the Stashquisitions. So I have joined Stitch from Stash 2017A. I did set my budget at $25 because I know myself. I just, you know, it's not going to happen if I set it to 0. I will go crazy and buck against the rules and break them because I can't do that. You know how it goes when you're just... Anyway, so that's just me. So let's start with, well, this isn't, it is a Stashquisition, but it isn't something that I bought a while ago. The beautiful and lovely, wonderful Wendy Davis, she had a giveaway on her channel because she had 2 of these cross-stitch artistry books. And I put my name in for the draw, and I won. And so I just got this morning, well, last night when I came home from Arizona, and I haven't had a chance to really look through it deeply. Here I am just flipping through it for the first time. I'm really looking forward to settling in with this book and going through with all of my little post-it flags so I can decide what it is I want to stitch out of that book. Or the things that call my name, the things that make me excited. So, I'm really looking forward to looking through that. Thank you so much, Wendy, for sending that to me. I do appreciate that. That will be fun. That'll be good fun. Let's see. An outstanding order I had at Stitchy Box for some fabric came in. And this is a fat quarter of Bashful in 40 count by Picture This Plus. The light's washing it out a little bit, but it is a nice, soft, wonderful pink. And the linen, it's, you know, it has a good hand feel. It's not too stiff. It's very nice. I had another chunk of this that I was using for something, and I liked it so much that I just, you know, I thought that I have to get myself another little bit of that. So there is that. So that is wonderful, wonderful stuff. My button of the month from Just Another Button Company came in, and they package it up in just this really cute box, guys. And so the color for January is plum. Pull that down, and as you can see, we've got many assorted buttons in the lovely shade of purpley plum. Let's see, can you see all those? Yeah, that turned out very good. So that'll be fun. I can stitch those onto project bags, onto little projects. I think this tiny assortment of beads is like the best collection for cross stitch because they're just the right size. And then all these others are for like other crafty things that you do. So I think in the future I will just make sure that I pick up these because I love them. They're perfect for size for cross stitch. All right, let's stack those there. Oh, also they introduced a new, here is our button bonus. And so they are doing, Button Up is the name of the thing. And so they sent me a little sample of some of their other buttons for Button Up. And then on the back they advertise some Lazy Girl patterns that use their products. And it's almost going to work because I really am interested in these, oops, this little button boats. This one in the corner. Whoa, there we are. That one. That pattern looks interesting. So I might go look that up and see what it is. See how hard it is to do that. So that is, organize this a little bit here. Button Up, or yeah, the Just Another Button Company, button of the month. Do that over there. While I was away, I think it was Christmas Eve that I was hanging out here at home, and I went over to 123 Stitch because I really love Miss Christmas Eve. So here's my 123 Stitch order. Pull this out. What do we got? Got it all. This, all into the trash. Organize that. Okay. That can all go here. So, sort. I bought scissors, you guys. You know how I love scissors. Or maybe you don't. Anyway, so they are a lovely pair of purple-handed tiny scissors from Dinky Dies. Cute. Super cute. Love that. We all know that I'm addicted to Lizzie Kate, so I picked up the Halloween kit that I didn't have, and as you can see it came with the floss, the little trim, the fabric, the buttons, the whole thing. So that is there. I picked up a little Thankful, since I seem to be collecting all of the A Little series. So that came home. And then the last Lizzie Kate that I picked up is the boxer for Life is Better with Stitching Friends. Check out the glare, lamp glare, camera glare, other lamp. Anyway, have to show you off all the glares. Anyway, so I picked that up. Love that. I picked up Merry and Bright, which is from Cross Stitch. Oh my goodness, I can't even think. Country Cottage Needleworks. That one. Because super cute. How can I not? And then I picked up Marigold from Nora Corbett. Pixie Blossom Couture. And the one that sent me over there, what I wanted to order was not in stock, but it came at a later date, like they do. So here is package number 2 from wherever this place is, from 123 Stitch, with my other. I was really hopeful that it would come before I went to Arizona, so I could buy some of the like the specialty flosses and threads and stuff. Throw that away, throw that away. I don't need that. And that is Miss Christmas Eve. So you guys have seen her, and she's just beautiful. I love her, I love her, I love her. So there she is. She's got a lot of beads. She's got a lot of stuff. No blends though. That's nice. Nice. So anyway, stitched on 32 count. Excellent. I want to stitch her on some of the raw opalescent or raw gold linen that I showed you last time. You know, when I had a full yard, so I had to wear the yard, buy yard, wear yard. So that is my 123 Stitch haul. And then somebody said on Stitch Mania that Stitch and Frog was having a sale on Mirabilias, and so I went over there and I was able to pick up Water Lily, which was the last of the pixies that I did not, or yeah, the flower pixies that I don't own, except for Tiger Lily, which I've missed out. So I now have the full collection of Blossom Fairies that she's released, except for Tiger Lily. And I picked up the bead pack for Miss Christmas Eve because that was 20% off, and so that good deal to me. So I got that embellishment pack and a couple of random things that you get to see when it comes in the mail. So, oh, there goes Miss Cat. While I was in Arizona, I had thought that I would have time to go out and hang out at the Attic, which is a fabulous cross-stitch shop in Mesa, Arizona. I took a lot of pictures, so I'll insert all those pictures here. So as you saw from the pictures, they have a ton of patterns, they have a ton of floss. I didn't take many pictures of the linen area. It sort of slipped my mind. And then one of the employees was sort of camped out there over in the linen area working on doing some, she was doing some stuff for projects or whatever. I don't know. So I didn't take pictures of the linen. And then they have a gal who does framing. And so I just took a picture there down the aisle of all the frames. And I think one of Pepe's relatives was visiting. Perhaps it was Humberto or Paco or Jose. One of those really nice guys was there at the Attic having a good time. He was sitting over by the area where the ladies come in and they can stitch. They have late hours on Thursday nights from 4 to 8. They have a group that comes in and stitches, and they have a group that comes in at 10 and tends to stitch from like 10 to 4, and there's a little changeover as people come and go. Because of all the wedding stuff, I thought that I would be able to go over at about 4. I had originally thought that I would be able to go over about 4 and stay till 8 and just hang out and chat with whomever happened to wander in. But as it turned out, one of my favorite uncles could only come and hang out with the family and, you know, chat and do stuff Thursday evening. So I had to go down to the Attic Thursday morning. And I met Oh my goodness. I looked it up right before I started. Janice? I looked at her name and now it's completely gone. You guys, I'm terrible with names. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I think it was Janice. I'm hoping it was Janice. Her name definitely started with a J, but she recognized me when I was walking in, and so she kind of introduced me to the little group she had there. And you know, I said hi, and my mom was with me, and Mom's not a stitcher, but she just kind of does like to poke around the cross-stitch shop and just see what's going on, but she wouldn't have anything to sit and stitch with, you know, for a longer amount of time. So she does like to go with me to the attic just to wander around and look at everything. So my mom was there, and so we just said hello, met a few really nice ladies. It was lovely to meet Janice, and she had her little furball Coco with her. Cute, cute, cute little dog. Anyway, so I'm sorry for anybody who went to the attic thinking that I would be there in the evening. I couldn't. I'm so sorry. I wanted to be there to meet you. I'm sorry, Annette. I really wanted to be there, but like I said, it just, cousin getting married, aunts and uncles all over the place, so my time was not as much my own as I had thought it would be. So, the stuff that I did buy at the attic, and you guys are going to be sorely, sorely disappointed in me. I bought some grapevine from Weeks Dye Works because I need that for my Gratitude by Lizzie Kate that I have been working on. I started with not a full skein of the grapevine when I started Gratitude, and I was afraid I was going to run out, and sure enough I did run out. So I was able to stop at a place where hopefully if that isn't a great match, it'll be okay. It won't be too noticeable because it'll just start fresh in a different area. I bought a little tiny bobbin of Nymo thread in white. It looks like the bobbin. Anyway, because I wanted to try it out for beading and stuff, I picked up the 3 blocks. Joy Noel Fa La La from Lizzie Kate. It's a little kit, has buttons and linen and stuff in it. So, super cute. Picked that up. And then I picked up the cross-stitch needle minder from Mag Friends. Cute, cute, cute. So yeah, I did not go super crazy at the attic. One, because my mom was following me around and I didn't really want to go crazy nuts because she already thinks I'm crazy nuts. So we just, you know, didn't want to, I am crazy nuts, guys, right? Right? Anyway, I didn't want to encourage that stereotype or that belief in her. And the attic specializes in samplers. So they have a whole lot of long dog, they have a whole lot of blackbird designs. They do have, you know, the Lizzie Kates and the cross-stitch needlework and Little House needlework. But they don't have a lot along the lines of Mirabilias or Lavender and Lace or, the Italian designer Raccomo Passione, I think is that what that is. I'm trying to pull it off the top of my head and that doesn't work. Anyway, so they don't have a lot of stuff that I absolutely adore. So I don't usually buy a whole ton when I'm there, but I always make a point to go down because I love it. I love the ladies in the shop. They're really fabulous. I'm excited that I got to meet a few of my fellow stitchers while I was down there. I'm sad that I wasn't able to stay and stitch with them. So that was my trip to Attic Needlework. They're fantastic. If you need pretty much any floss, they had some flosses I'd never heard of hanging up on their wall, and they had a ton of it. And so if I had needed any floss, I probably would have been able to find it. Honestly, I had hoped that either they had a copy of Miss Christmas Eve or that my copy would have come soon enough for me to have taken it with me so I could have bought the wildflowers, the wild lilies, water lilies. What is it? Yeah, the Karen water lilies, the silk threads that are used in this. But they didn't. They had one copy of Veronica, and I think that was the newest one that they had there. But anyway, c'est la vie. So I did give them some money and felt good about it, and then went on my merry way to meet with all the aunts and the uncles and have, you know, the family discussion. They're hilarious. They're absolutely fantastic. We've got doctors, we've got in the family, we've got engineers, several different variety of engineers, and when they all get together, they talk really interesting subjects, and I just love being around them, love listening to them, so I went and saw the extended family. So that was my trip to Arizona. I did pick some oranges. We did pick some oranges. They're not here. My parents have them all. They took them all with me, with them when they dropped me off last night when we got home. And it's snowing and I can't leave the house. So that is everything. And this is an amazingly short video considering last time I had like the 2-hour major craziness. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, you guys. Well, I went too long without a video and then I'd ordered everything. But Stitch from Stash, it's January 3rd and I have yet to order anything. So this is very, very good. Very, very, very good. I hope I can keep it up. Well, I have plans to keep it up. I might have to stop watching y'all. I'm way behind. I'm like 2 weeks behind on my FlossTube videos, so I don't know what any of you are up to. Maybe I'll pull up the computer in here and start watching you as soon as I get this uploaded. Get caught up on your videos, work a little bit on Celtic Noel, and just have a great snow day of it. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope all your stitching dreams come true and the frog stays far, far away. Hugs and stitches, everyone. Bye.